This is a video review of the Hornby Advanced Passenger Train Set. This is one of my favourite models, I must admit, just because it's so different. And it's just a bit of a shame that they never really made it big scale, because I think after a couple of years, after testing and running around on the network and stuff during sort of development stages, the government basically gave up with them in real life. Hornby made this model I think for 2 or 3 years in the train set and the train pack. This is the slightly older livery, I believe, with just the yellow front. It hasn't got the mast front. I prefer the mast front. I have got that one as well, but not in the set. I've just got it unboxed. But this model's a little bit different because for no apparent, well, from what I can gather, the two end cars are incorrectly numbered. Like the two cab ends are incorrectly numbered, so makes it a little bit different. So hence I kept it as sort of best as I can. The box has not survived too badly, but it's probably not the best. So but I think most of the detailing stuff's in there, so I'll show you what's in there and a bit more detail about everything. I have got another video showing this one and the black end one running, so you get a bit more information from that as well. But yeah, I'll show you opening the box and show you what's in there and everything, so bear with me. So this is the bit of a closer up version. So you've got basically you get an oval of track in the box with the train controller and the 5-car unit and details and a cardboard tunnel and things like that. I know it's upside down, but that's basically what you get there. So I'll open the box up. It's a bit tatty, so it's probably easier if you can see it's a bit ripped over there, but so it's probably easier if I do it without the camera, so bear with me. So I've now taken the box off. This is from the back of the box, so it's quite cool. You've got the detail on the back. You've got the main sort of logo there showing the APT with the bright LED style lights on it. In fact, this model doesn't really have bright lights like that. They're yellow like the HSTs, the Intercity 125s and that, but it does have the lights, so it's still pretty cool. You can see there's a few pictures there. These pictures were also seen in the Hornby catalogues of this sort of era. Like I say, you get the oval of track with a 5-car train and the train controller. The controller shown there is not the model you get. I think they put a more powerful motor in these, which draw a little bit more current to make them go faster. So I assume that may be why the controller I'll show you is actually different in this model. Because I've never ever seen one of these before apart from this set. It's an R918. I think the standard controller is an R917. So this one's got the service sheet, which comes with all the train sets. Sheet about the rocket. I'm not sure if that's meant to be in there, probably not, but it's not going to do any harm. And it's got the original train set sheet as well. R543, this set. I'll just double check that's correct. It's got the right sheet. Never be able to find it in the box. That's another story. We'll assume it's correct for this model. Yeah, R543 Advanced Passenger Train Set. I'll show you what it says about the contents. So, the contents are 2 APT driving trailers, 2 APT van trailers and an APT power car with dummy pantograph. It's a metal pantograph, but it doesn't pick up power because it's got a plastic base. I don't know why Hornby didn't make it so that it did pick up power, because the pantograph stuff seemed to be a lot more popular back then, with the Class 86s and things like that. Large oval of wide radius track to make it obviously go faster around the corners, I guess. The re-railer, not quite sure, I suppose, if anything does come off, because they are a little bit lightweight, some of these. Power clip and variable mains controller. And like I say, the pictured controller is the more basic one, so it's different to what's on the box, but it does fit perfectly in the box, that controller, even with a round section, so it is obviously the correct one for it. So you get, like I said, the large oval track. I'll take out the power car first. These these trains actually tilt on the corners, so as it goes round, this actually like turns so that they tilt. The pantograph fits. You've got a slight little notch on the, I don't know if you could see it very well, but you've got a notch on there which fits on there. The pantograph just sits on the top, and because the pantograph is actually connected to the bogie, even if the body's twisted, the pantograph will still be straight. So if you have got the gantry system, it won't obviously impact on it, it won't have any problems. Now this one's the one that's got the motor. This goes in the centre of the train. It's got motor at one end, 3-pole style, but like I said, I think it's slightly improved over the standard other models, just to give it that bit of speed. You've got the British Rail logo on the standard sort of like Intercity livery. It's the City of Derby, this one, which is the only model they made, and the model number is SC49003. On the opposite side, you've got the Intercity APT logo, City of Derby again, same power number, nice sort of like the dummy detailing to the roof and everything, the pantograph electrical cabling. And then you've got two of the coaches. Well, these are the seating coaches, so you'd have the left hand ends, the grey ends is what connects either side of the motor via the weird couplings. The couplings on these ones are slightly longer than the power car, but the power car ones are the same as the ones on the Pacer little 2-car units. You've got all seating throughout. You've got blue seats in these coaches, but in the power ends, or the cab ends sort of units, they've got pink seats. These have got the yellow stripe, which would signify first class seating. That's probably why it's the difference, because on the actual train I think they're like a tartan colour. The opposite coach end, which tallies up with the cab end, has got a weird coupling as well, and that angle to do with the angle of the curves as well, to angle the train. So you've got SC48601 and SC48602, which is these two, and then I'll see if I can. So you can see, I'm calling them cab ends, but they are the driving trailers at the ends, and the passenger ones are the van trailers, and the middle one's the power car. Got the description on the sheet shown. There's the pantograph going on the slotting onto the top there, and just making sure you get that. You can see the notch better on the diagram there, which is that little notch just above my finger there. And there's a picture of the Hornby APT. See this picture there. So this is the correct one for the set as per the instructions there, but this diagram actually shows you the model with the black, they call it the masked front compared to this model. See if I can get this one. So I assume this must have been made around the time they changed over. So this has got a plain yellow front, as you can see, whereas that one has got the masked front. So they look quite different. I prefer the one on the sheet with the black front, to be honest. Got a bit of information showing in here also how to do the plug in the power clip, showing you the re-railer and the oval circuit, as well as coupling together the units together, and the plastic one there. Like I say, they're like the Pacer couplings, them ones. And then you've got the removing the pantograph, shows you with a screwdriver, but I tend to just prise it off from the plastic base, which seems to work fine. And then you've got about taking apart the unit for servicing, oiling which parts to oil basically, and the parts for the motor. So you can see the common repair parts. It's actually got marked on there, like the little contacts and the springs, where to oil on the bogies and everything. You've also got information about fitting 01 chip inside the locomotive, about the capacitor and the circuit, and also about the lights, which is to make sure the little contacts on the side, because the lights on these are very, they flicker quite badly. I assume it's just because it's an old style circuit. So this is a power car. This is SC48602, but this shouldn't be SC48602. I think it's meant to be 102 or 002, and this one is SC48601, and I think this should be SC48101 or 001 basically. So these numbers are actually the same numbers as the coaches, so you can see, well, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on both the cameras, these two models are both SC48601. This one's correct, this one's wrong. So, like I say, you've got the lights on the ends, which are under here, and they pick up power from only two wheels, on a little contact there and a little contact there. So you can see it's not the best circuit. The contact isn't particularly good, which is probably why there's the lights are so flickery on these models. Also, the wiring can be a bit dodgy. You can see the soldering's not the best quality under there. It's quite old system. It's a made in Great Britain model. This has got the standard class with the pink seats, as I said, with the same Intercity livery, but I mean they're just so retro. I think that's probably why I like them so much. You can just see they're quite simple. They did make quite I mean, I think people think these are a lot rarer than what they are, but I think they made about 15,000 all in all, including the sets and the train packs. But how many have survived, I guess, is anyone's guess, because a lot of them would have been, this sort of train set would have been ideal for a family with kids and that, and it probably would have more likely got smashed up, and you see so many go that are battered and missing the pantographs and bits and bobs, broken couplings, because I mean these pacer couplings, they're just so flimsy. I mean, I've had a couple before where they've gone and I've swapped them over. I don't know whether you'd be able to get one of these. This is a longer than a pacer one. I don't know how you'd get, I guess if you could buy a pacer, and if you were quite good with DIY or, you know, fixing things, you could extend the coupling yourself, but I just don't think you'd get the parts for these anymore without buying one and for spares or repairs and swapping bits over to make a complete one. I don't think you'd get the pieces anymore. It also comes with a tunnel. There's also the instruction like cassette on a not cassette on vinyl, which I've got in my pack somewhere, but it did come with this set. I have got it. You also get, this has not been used, the cardboard tunnel, which just folds up with the tunnel ends to make a basic tunnel, and you've actually got the instructions on there on how to make it. It's pretty straightforward. I actually remember using one of these when I was a kid from the Flying Scotsman train set. So yeah, it's a real nice, just such a different set really. Yeah, I hope you like it. Any questions, please ask.